like to welcome everyone who responded to our invitation to the first ever Seamoss Expo 2016, All Things Seamoss. Many of you would have been hearing the PSA's, public service announcements, so this should be a bit of a buzzword by now, or buzz PSA by now. I know that most of you here are extremely busy, and it is indeed an honor that you have agreed to partake in this event to culminate what I will refer to as a very long journey. I've been very nervous almost throughout this project, but more so leading up to this activity today. This event is the final component of the project entitled, as I mentioned earlier, Development of the Seamoss Subsector in St. Lucia through Value Adding, Marketing and Promoting of Seamoss Products. The project has been funded by the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, with support from the Republic of China, Taiwan, and of course the Ministry of Agriculture, our own ministry. The key objectives were to facilitate the development of Seamoss production and processing through a market-driven approach, and to promote Seamoss production to address social, economic viability, and to enhance environmental sustainability. The objectives of this project is very important, and I must say that we have achieved quite a bit. Some of the completed outputs include the completion of a Seamoss value chain analysis and market assessment, a marketing strategy and plan, training of 12 Seamoss processors, and most of them are here today. They were trained in product development and business management. And of course, today's event, which is a very important event for us, the Seamoss Expo 2016. Just let me highlight quickly the objectives of today's expo. It is really to offer some of the Seamoss processors who participated in the product development training an opportunity to showcase their talent and their creativity, as well as their skills, to the corporate sector and the general public. To offer existing consumers of Seamoss and prospective ones an opportunity to appreciate their efforts, because trust me, it has been a lot of hard work. Some of the processors have not slept. I went to bed at 3 this morning, and I know some of them, when I saw the messages in the WhatsApp group, they left or went to bed at about 6 this morning, and they are here. So furthermore, today's activity offers a forum for the corporate sector and the processors to interact and explore business relationships, and also gives the processors an opportunity to develop new markets and expand existing markets. It will give them, allow them to create networks among themselves, the business sector and the general public. And also, it would demonstrate that the value chain of Seamoss to the general public, from the farm to the final consumer, is very critical, as you would see some of the farm-related activities on the outside. Now you may notice that this Seamoss Expo is being complemented by other seafoods that are being prepared on the outside. The Department of Fisheries promotes integrated aquaculture production systems, and therefore we have extended this concept to integrated fisheries product consumption. So we have fish and other fish products on the outside, and we have Seamoss on the inside, an integration of what the marine environment produces. So once again, let me welcome everyone to an event that we hope you will enjoy and contribute to the success of the Seamoss subsector in more ways than one.
Seamoss production in St. Lucia has been developed for the past 3 decades through different strategies and approaches, with varying levels of success in the midst of numerous challenges. In an effort to develop the Seamoss subsector, a new species of Seamoss was introduced in 2013 under the project Enhancing Business Opportunities in Marine Aquaculture in St. Lucia. The project was funded by the Republic of China, Taiwan, and the new species grows much faster and is more robust. It provides greater yields and has shown to be more suitable to react with milk-based products, a common beverage sold by a number of Seamoss producers on the island. Today, you will have the opportunity to be treated with some delicious and powerful products made from Seamoss. As far as I have discerned so far, it is not only the common beverage that you will have become accustomed to, but some very innovative and creative delights for your enjoyment, as you can see on the tables before us. The experience of the past 30 years have shown that projects in the sector have focused mainly on the technological aspects of cultivation and have been very successful in addressing issues of species and strain selection, propagation methods, site requirements, plot maintenance, and initial post-harvest processing. In spite of these advances, commercial development has been slow, but it remains apparent that there is tremendous potential for expansion of the subsector. Since the traditional Seamoss products are well known and popular, there has been less attention given to studies of the market structure and potential. Furthermore, the marketing of the output from Seamoss farms, mainly in the dried form and fruit-flavored beverages, have largely been left to the farmers themselves. There has been limited assistance in identifying local and export marketing opportunities, but the few market surveys that have been conducted have done little to develop marketing opportunities or the means to access them. In an effort to address the issues highlighted, a project entitled Development of the Seamoss Subsector in St. Lucia through value adding, marketing and promoting of Seamoss products is culminating today with this very important activity dubbed Seamoss Expo 2016, All Things Seamoss. The project, though small in terms of its budget, has been very important to the subsector, and the number of people who benefited, as you would have heard, is tremendous. The project was funded by the Food and Agriculture Organization, which we call the FAO, as well as the Republic of China, Taiwan, and the government of St. Lucia. I'm happy to know and report that all of the specific outputs of the project have been achieved and the project has been successful. To date, a value chain analysis and market assessment has been completed, a marketing strategy developed, 12 Seamoss processors were trained in product development and business management, and last but not least, the hosting of today's major promotional activity called Seamoss Expo 2016, All Things Seamoss. The outputs achieved through this project are in keeping with the vision and policy of the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries, Natural Resources, and Cooperatives, and by extension, the government of St. Lucia, which include, as I quote, to create the support for adding value to agriculture and fisheries products, to continue in the thrust of diversifying the agriculture and fisheries sectors, to encourage a movement of youth into agriculture and fisheries, to promote the value-added products and entrepreneurship in agriculture and fisheries. So projects such as these will help to address a number of critical national development needs, including poverty alleviation, particularly in rural areas, food security through high levels of Seamoss production to supply the food needs of a growing population and tourism sector, providing alternative means of employment among the unemployed to compensate for livelihood impacts caused by global change challenges, new modern business-oriented agriculture and fisheries opportunities for budding entrepreneurs, taking better advantage of market opportunities for Seamoss provided by the local commercial sector, and significant regional markets for a variety of Seamoss products. In light of all of the above, I would like to remind you that the Ministry will be working closely with you, the Seamoss processors, as well as Seamoss farmers. I would like to urge you to remain focused and appreciate the efforts and assistance provided so far. To our young and budding entrepreneurs, I want to strongly urge that you pull your resources together and collaborate as much as possible to improve efficiency and productivity. The establishment of a formal grouping will strengthen your ability to access grant aid not usually available to individuals. Furthermore, I would like to encourage all of you to work hard and in collaboration with the Ministry, the Department of Fisheries, and all other relevant stakeholders to ensure that the Seamoss subsector brings the greatest social, economic, and environmental benefits to you, your family, your community, and by extension, your country. So on behalf of the Government of St. Lucia and the Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Physical Planning, Natural Resources, and Cooperatives, I would like to say thank you to the Food and Agricultural Organization and the Republic of China, Taiwan, for the funding support that was provided to this project. I also want to thank all those who worked hard and contributed to the successful implementation of this project, particularly the staff of the Department of Fisheries and the entire ministry. So on this note, I wish to declare the Seamoss Expo 2016 officially open. Enjoy, everyone, and please, once again, thank you for being here, and enjoy the delicious varieties of Seamoss that you see here being presented to the public today. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
We came to the realization that a lot of people want to use Seamoss. So they keep on asking the question, how do you make the Seamoss? Because to be honest, a Seamoss drink on the shelf, a liquid drink, is a little expensive. But when a young man buys a Seamoss drink, he has a girlfriend and a child at home. So if he had to buy free drinks, it would be really expensive, $20 for free Seamoss drinks. So we create that product. It is powdered Seamoss, powdered. You use 1/2 teaspoon of the powdered Seamoss to 1 glass of warm water. You add your milk and sugar to suit your taste. You mix it. So if you want 4 glasses of Seamoss, you put 1 tablespoon of Seamoss powder in 4 glasses of hot water in a blender. You blend it for about 7 seconds and you have a drink. Now it is drink warm or chill. If you want it chill, we say, okay, you make it a little thicker and you throw some crushed ice and you blend it for 7 seconds. So in 15 seconds, you have a Seamoss drink. And it will cost you average 40 cents for a glass. Because this packet here is $10 at the expo, $15 on the supermarket shelf. But it has 40 servings of Seamoss.
Well, I'm a Seamoss lover, so I would buy Seamoss all the time. And eventually I said, it's best I just learn to produce it myself since I like it so much. So I started doing that. And then whenever people would come home, I'd offer them and they'd say, man, you know, that thing really tastes good. So I started thinking and people would give me a lot of encouragement and I'd say, well, I could probably learn to make some money off of that product. So I started manufacturing it. I started going by orders. And then I heard about the Seamoss Expo and I decided it's a perfect opportunity to market and advertise my product.
Seamoss Infusions. It's a collaboration of 3 business women with their own individual companies coming together to integrate a level of Seamoss products which you have never experienced before. Our Seamoss products we are promoting is live Seamoss, so the nutritional content in there is actually times 20 when you really look at it. Incorporated with our local fruits with a tangy twist to it. We have today our peanut with linseed. We have our breakfast drink, our oats. Our gentlemen, our male clients, they call it Feel Good. This is why we have the name Feel Good. They said when they drink it, you know, they feel good all over. We also, people use our drink as a weight loss treatment, according to some. Because what happens when you drink our oats, it fills you, so you don't get the urge to eat that much. We have grapefruit. This you can actually, people actually drink it and they say it's good because they enjoy it. It helps them shed the pounds, because grapefruit actually help you shed the pounds, and you know you get the Seamoss, you know, gives you that smooth after, taste. We also have tamarind. Our tamarind, our diabetic drinks it, when the blood pressure is a bit high, they can also take a sip of this, and it gets them back going. We come down to our gel. We have Seamoss gel. In it, we have just our regular Seamoss with our spices. So, like you're a busy gentleman, you can always go home, buy this, take this, open it, pour out some, put it in a blender, or if you want to just put it in a cup, add your flavors to it, your sugar, and you're good to go. Next, we have our Seamoss ice creams. Here we have them in our smaller containers. This one is actually a mochaccino flavor. We have our cookies and cream flavor. We have our rum and raisin. Our rum and raisin. People say when you buy rum and raisin, you don't get your rum or you don't get your raisin. But with us, you get your rum, you get your raisin. We actually blend our raisins because some people don't like that big chunky raisin. So we blend everything so you get the taste of everything: the Seamoss, the rum, and the raisins. Here we go. We have our cappuccino. We have the mocha and we have the cappuccino. For the coffee lovers, people like I just got a client. He said that he loves his coffee. So anyway, they have coffee. He's available. So we have our coffee ice cream. And last but not least, we have our peanut. Everybody loves peanut. We have a peanut ice cream. My products give you a natural boost. It keeps you. Some people have a bad day, they get drowny. But my product, it keeps you energized. That's why my slogan is natural boost keeps you energized.
We have our cocoa tea, local cocoa flavor. We make out of cocoa stick.
Yes.
And we have, the number one seller is our peanut flavor.
Okay.
All right. I can say whatever I want. Everybody could try and come with their sales gimmicks. I tell you, try it.
Yes.
You taste it. And what I stand by with my product is the quality in terms of how much the ingredients I put in. I do not water down my products. I have spent a lot of time experimenting. I did not come on the market until I was satisfied that this is something I would drink or recommend to people. All right, so I'm very satisfied with my consistency. People will tell you that it's rich, it's thick, but not too thick. It does not gelatinize and come out as these clumps like you might get from some other competitors. It's not too watery, because some people, I guess to save costs, they water the product down, but I don't believe in that. I want to drink what I would drink. I want to sell what I would drink.
We have the peanuts, the milk punch, the natural, the fruit punch, and the milk punch. That we have one milk punch with alcohol, and the fruit punch has alcohol, not much alcohol, just a little something to boost up yourself. The milk punch has Seamoss, water, milk, sugar, rum, spice, and vanilla essence. We have the fruit punch. It has Seamoss, the water, sugar, orange, cherry, pineapple, concentrate, milk, rum, citrus acid, and spice. These the Seamoss, they have benefits. It's good for the cholesterol, heartburn, nausea, and different things. If you're not interested in buying the bottle, you make it your own. You're on your own. Less than a minute. You put your water, you boil it, you add and it has the instructions as to how to make it at the back.
Number one, I want to conquer the Lucian markets. I want for somebody to go in any retail outlet, anywhere, whether it be a gas station, massy stores, anybody that sells food product items, I want you to go inside of there and see my product there. That's my aim. So I am targeting different sectors of the markets, gradually. And my ultimate dream is to be able to, the same way you go into our supermarkets and you see Seamoss products from Trinidad, and different parts of the world. A product that we grow here, you get it from other parts of the world. I want people to go to Trinidad and look on their supermarket shelves and see my product made in St. Lucia. For me, I see this as my ticket, my way out. That's my product, my project, something that I took a lot of time to develop. I invested a lot into it, and that's my motivation. That's why I cannot give up on it, because it belongs to me. It represents me. And I'm not a failure. I never intend to fail. I have no intentions of failing. Right? So I'll just do whatever it is I have to do for me to be successful.
Okay, we have the Seamoss cereal bar. We have the Seamoss cheesecake. We also have the Seamoss yogurt. We have our Seamoss fruit products, which we do all the local products. We do the yellow plum, we do the guava, we do the pineapple, you name it, we do it. So usually for our marketing strategy, we do samples of each of our products. And because you know, when you do a product, you have to see, taste, and feel what you're actually having. You can't buy an item that you have not sampled. So we give you that option, and then you make your order according to that. And we have been quite successful with it. We have been by the Fisheries market on a Saturday, and if we miss a Saturday, we get complaints. So from the feedback we're getting, I could say we're having a wow. The Seamoss cheesecake is incorporated in the same format of which you do your regular cheesecakes, but we use less of the cream filling and more Seamoss base in there. Yes, and the crust, you cannot get away from using the crunchy crust that it usually has, but it's more incorporated with the Seamoss. Now the Seamoss cereal bar is actually the Seamoss. It has oat flakes, it has raisins, it has peanuts in there, and it's all combined together. Yes, and there is no heat added to these products. So they are actually products that has a lifespan of maybe 2 weeks, according to how you store them. If you put it in a canister, it could stay longer. Now, the Seamoss yogurt, from the time you have it, you can put it in the refrigerator, and it can stay for 2 or 3 weeks, for the most. And with our products, we do not use any artificial flavoring. We actually use a product which is more natural. Yes, and with our Seamoss drinks, the same thing can be done for them. When you store them in the freezer, the longer the better. Once you use them, you refrigerate after. We have the moss web. That's our peanut concoction with a little bit of spike in it. Yes, they love the peanut concoction. Yes, and as you can see, it says the moss web. When you get caught in the web, you don't get detangled easily. These products we have here is called a hair and body herbal tonic. It is encased with olive oil, coconut oil, and they are all virgin oils. Castor oil, and it has the Seamoss powdered in there. It is good for your skin and hair, and it is also very potent that it can deter insects away, also repel insects. And it also has an infusion of lemongrass in there, all local herbs. Also rosemary is encased in there also. So you get all of these blends together, and it is very good for the hair and your skin. We plan to go very far. Actually, we have our business plan set up with the intention of having a factory setting, because with the unemployment these days with younger persons, I believe that you should always take advantage of the opportunities that you are given. I have worked in many different fields of establishments before, and I like to take back some of the experience I gained from all of it, you understand? So if we can actually have a factory setting, we can have our farmers involved, because we use all of our local fruits and products. We can have Seamoss farmers involved, because you know, when the Seamoss is not being purchased or used, it becomes litter on the seas, so they will have avenues for the Seamoss farmers to actually be able to have an income. The company has been established over a 3-month period with a training that we did with the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Fisheries and Production, and we have been established in Corinth at the moment, but you know, when you want to further your business, and as you can see, it's getting big very quickly, so
At the end of the day, we're looking forward to moving forward with a bigger place by the grace of the Lord.
One of the products we have is a Seamoss face wash, which we recently developed right here in St. Lucia. It's probably the most unique face wash on the market. You wouldn't get another Seamoss face wash on the shelf as yet.
What does it do?
So actually this Seamoss face wash, what it does is that it cleans your skin very clean. It opens your pores and cleans all the dust and makeup residue of your skin. Now, many people drink Seamoss for the health benefits and the benefits straight to the skin from Seamoss. But with the Johnson Seamoss face wash, it gives you the direct benefits of Seamoss straight to your skin without drinking and going through the process of your bloodstream and everything. It's been on the market for about 3 months now. Actually, the reviews, more women are attracted to that product because of the makeup on their face and the beautiful looking skin they're looking for. Actually, it's going very quickly and they're really in love with it. We have coconut oil in there, castor soap, which is vegetable soap, what we use every day, and also seaweed sulfur, which you get from the Seamoss. It's a higher concentration of sulfur in the ocean than you have on land. So we use the Seamoss gel to get that seaweed sulfur and also pure spring water. That's the combination.
Right, currently we Seamoss Fusion. What we doing is using the Seamoss as a base to do a variety of seasonal flavored popsicles. So, say for example, passion fruit is in season, pineapple, soursop. So we use those flavors and we infuse it in with the Seamoss, and we have that creation, Seamoss popsicles. At this point in time, we're focusing on the fruity popsicles, but eventually we'll be going into 2 other segments, which is the tipsy popsicle and the energy popsicle. But we give you a tipsy pop of different flavors, whether you want a tequila or you want a Campari infused popsicle or you want a whiskey. We infuse those in the different flavors. We make different cocktails with those, and that's why we call it tipsy pops.
It will come with 1 spice. Nutmeg is an option, but it will come with cinnamon. But the next product will come with or without cinnamon. So we have cinnamon to taste in it, but if you want, you can add your nutmeg.
Well, we produce Seamoss soap, Seamoss drinks, and Seamoss ice lollies. Well, we have Seamoss oats and barley. This is a new product on the market right now. It's really good. You could use it as a breakfast drink because oats is good for us, and also barley. Also, we got Seamoss plain with milk. This is the old-fashioned one. Everybody knows Seamoss and milk. Also, we got this one, Seamoss and linseed. Linseed is good for the nerves, and it's really good. People usually call it flat seeds, which is this here. Also, another new product with Seamoss with ginger. This is really good for everybody. Ginger helps the immune system and everything. And we have Seamoss and peanut, which the favorite of everybody. They like a little kick of peanut. Yeah. This is Seamoss soap. Yes, it also has glycerol in it. And you could use it for eczema, skin conditions, and if you have low tar, it's really good for the skin. And last but not least, the Seamoss ice lolly.
Seamoss product has been in business since 1992. We are a very established business and we know what we're doing. Also, we export our Seamoss overseas and it has a shelf life, so it doesn't have to go in the fridge.
I find I was very impressed with what I saw here today in terms of not only tasting but presentation, and I believe we are in the right aspect in terms of developing Seamoss in the long run. So this is something I will really encourage to be not only a one-time form of presentation, but it should be an ongoing process. I sampled the ice lolly and the icicles that were made in the different form of Seamoss, the coffee, the ginger, name it, quite a number of them, and I was very impressed with the samples that I took. And as I said earlier, it is something that we need to develop and to ensure that we market it to make it in the form of something that people will enjoy in the future. The creamsicle, I find it, as I was telling the young lady who I sampled a product, this is something that can go a long way in terms of engaging the school feeding program. We know that we are becoming health conscious. Rather than giving the children all the soft drink, we should try to introduce that to the school feeding program. It is something that I'm sure the children, when they probably taste it for the first time, will continue to buy it. Well, as a marketing person, I hope that this is something that we take on very seriously, because if we don't market our product, we remain stagnant, and we have to ensure that we don't only do it for the small sector, but even to export it, because we know there is, in the long run, we will see the benefits that we can derive from exporting Seamoss and even to develop it extensively for St. Lucia.